no hair and makeup.
What is your opinion on the use of medical marijuana?
My opinion on the use of medical marijuana is that it has a role in some patients where other means of pain control have been exhausted, and they've tried all the other options, and for many people it's a very good alternative.
Wait a moment. How much do you think usage would increase if it were legal?
I don't know the answer to that question. So I'm going to say something. This is a long answer. This is a Streckert answer.
Okay.
From what I'm
I'm
understanding
going to
from
delete
Joe.
that. I'm going to delete that.
No, don't. No, this is the reason is this, is that everyone has opinions, right? I have an opinion, and either I'm educated and informed, or I'm not, or somewhere in between, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was thinking about this with Joe, my first question was, well, what have other countries seen? Because that was one of the things. So in medicine, what we do is we base all of our answers and opinions based on science. So the answer to the question is out there. Like, I think there are a lot of people with a lot of data and a lot of information about in other countries that have done this that might say that if you legalize it, it may go up some. If you legalize it, it may not change at all. And if you legalize it, the use may go down. No one really knows until it happens. But other countries and other communities have done this. And by looking at that experience, then you would know. So personally, I've not researched it. But that's the kind of thing that's out there on the internet. You can pretty much get a fairly good idea of what smart people think about it, not just, well-intended doctors.
What do you think are, how would you compare marijuana and tobacco?
I would compare marijuana and tobacco. I think they're very similar. I think one inhaled form of nicotine has one effect on some people, and the inhaled form of marijuana or THC has another effect. It's disinhibition is what happens with marijuana and alcohol. And with nicotine in cigarettes or tobacco, it's somewhat of a stimulant, in my understanding. Calms people's nerves for some people. But they're both inhaled, and they both probably come with the attendant risks of inhaling smoke in your lungs and lung cancer and not being able to breathe well and exercise well.
What would be the side effects to marijuana?
People don't know for sure. Many people think that if you use marijuana casually or occasionally, it won't have any long-term negative effects. Some people think that moderate to heavy users, people that use it 3 or 5 times a week or 3 or 5 times a day, will have some neurocognitive problems. And that might be, some people say, although the research is not clear, that it might reduce long-term memory. It might reduce memory in a lot of different ways. It might reduce your ability to process things well. But again, those things are not really known well. There's a lot of controversy about it.
What percent of, or wait, no, that's not a good one. Do you think that Congress should legalize marijuana?
What do I think? I'm not going to answer it, but I'm going to tell you what I think they should do.
Okay.
They should listen to scientists that have studied as best they can experiences in other countries. They should listen to doctors who have experience with drug use and abuse and treatment. They should listen to law enforcement people. And a group of smart, well-intended people should be able to make a good decision about it. I think there's lots of good arguments for it. If you told me whether I had to pick right now, like if I had to pick, I'd probably say yes.
who should not smoke? Like, what group of people?
Every single one of these questions I want to ask you guys. It's hilarious. Because, do you guys have opinions about all these?
I don't know. I haven't really thought of it.
Well, you should, just as a side note, okay? If you're interviewing someone, you should know, you should have your own opinions about about the answers to all these questions. But at any rate, you said who should and should not.
Yeah.
I think that it probably should be treated, again, not having done a lot of research, which is where informed opinions come from, okay, for all of you. Right now, I think that it should not be legal for anybody under the age of 21 to smoke. I think if you're over the age of 21, just like the drinking age, and different states have different rules, as you know. Some states have an 18 drinking age, some states have a 21 drinking age. So it should be only for adults, only accessible to adults, just like cigarettes and alcohol. I guess you can buy cigarettes at 18. And outside of that age group, then anybody with a health restriction should probably not. People with lung disease, people with asthma, that kind of group should probably not.
I think that's it.